Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD, and a couple of things to bear in mind. First thing is we do have a pretty well-defined channel forming. Bottom of the channel is not that clear, but nevertheless, if I actually just do that and then adjust that like that, you'll see it actually is pretty clear. There we go. Okay, so we're in a pretty well-defined channel. This level here that we've come back to test is definitely the area we need to pay attention to. That's 110.382. Oscillators are grouping back to the downside, or starting to group back to the downside in the hour. Nevertheless, on the moving averages, trend is down. So it does look like a pretty big flag that is forming. Obviously, we need to wait for the break of that flag before that becomes viable. So there are two levels to pay attention to on the hour. And the first one is this area right here at 110.600. 110.600 oscillator starting to move back the upside. If we get a rejection off here, I would expect another retest of this 110.382. If that gives way, then expect us to start falling, and you're starting to fall for that area there, which is 109.998. I would still expect this 110 to offer some kind of support. And if we get through that, then obviously bottom of channel, flag, whatever you want to call it, and then a move to the downside. One more level to the upside you need to pay attention to, and that's this swing low here, which would be the moving averages, but that's 110.729. So yeah, this area here seems pretty robust for me. That's 110.610 because it is the 155 EMA. It's a big level. It's a big weekly level, pretty much, in amongst all this chaos that's here. And at the same time, you can see sellers are coming in off the top here on the weekly. And you know, every time we get to 111.268, the sellers are there. Only thing that concerns me in the weekly is the diversions. So keep to the lower time frames. So keep down to the hour, 15-minute, probably down to this flag. I don't think that's going back to going beyond the bottom of this channel and then back to the top of the channel eventually. So that's kind of Euro USD. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen. And you can see we had a pretty solid bounce last week off this area at 121.342. We have a crossover of our oscillators. This is all pointing to dollar strength. Going into the close on Friday and this morning, it's pretty much all over the place. But it is Monday, bear that in mind. So that's typical of what happens. So this is still the level to pay attention to. That's 122.400. And just below that is another level which would make a lot of sense as well, which we have already sort of tagged this morning, and that is 122.257. So those are the two areas I'm paying attention to. We're looking for a revisit of that area, which would be bottom of range for another move, and your target is going to be pretty tight for a Monday. It's going to be this top of range here, which is 122.742. If we break through 122.742, come back and retest that. That to me would validate a bit of a flag break here to the upside, and then I'd be looking for a move up to the previous swing lows, which is here, and that is 123.124. Moving on to the pound and British pound Japanese yen. Pretty big move last week to the downside. However, oscillators did cross over on Friday pretty much. You can see they've crossed over far apart. Well, we're still waiting for this one to cross, but it looks like it'll cross shortly. So to me, where price is right now is a level we need to break through. So that's 168.90 right now. So you can see we do have a level drawn. No, we don't have a level drawn in there. We should have a level drawn in there. That is the area we need to pay attention to. So it's 169.00. A break above that and a retest of that area, we're looking for a move to the upside. If you look at the hour, we had sort of 3 downward days last week. And then Friday we sort of got above the moving averages, pretty much sideways, but we did get above the moving averages and test that area. So this is the first area to pay attention to. However, I would be more interested in getting above Friday's high. So 161 to 11, break above there, retest, you're looking for a move to the upside. Otherwise, what you're looking for is price to either get through this level where we're at, 16900, get to the top here, come back and test this 16900. And alternatively, you can see there's a swing high, 167.67. So what you're looking for is the moving averages to hold their crossover at the moment, which is indicating a bullish move. So you're looking for a pullback onto structure, and then you're looking to buy into that. Moving on to Euro British Pound. So we tagged the trend line, big weekly trend line to the upside. We tagged that and we've pulled back onto some form of structure. It's a bit messy. I think let's just go. You can see you can pick any one of these tails. So there's three. There's this tail. There's this tail. There's this tail. So that's kind of the zone we're in. So I think if you just do that, you can see it lines up with some tails, but a bit messy. But that's kind of the view. At the moment, we still have a bit of a downward trend here, and let's look at all these tails to the upside. So the question is that, are we looking to push down, or are we looking to find some support? So bear in mind with this pair, it's been in a downward trend for a couple of years, and what we're looking for at the moment is we're looking to see if we can get a hold above the 155 on the 8 hour for a potential major trend reversal. At the moment, it doesn't look like that. So if you look at it, we're between the moving averages. So I would basically be watching this area here, 084134, break and retest of that. I'm looking for a continuation to the downside, and let's rather just use a straight level. And if we break above this area here at 084347 and retest, then it's a move to test this trend line to the upside. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Friday was very much a range bound day, and kind of a triangle as well. So you can see there's the top of the triangle, and there's the bottom of the triangle. So we could argue that we are breaking this triangle at the moment. For me, it is range bound. So I want to break of the range to the upside or break of the range to the downside before looking at this pair to take the move in the direction of the range break. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today on Forex. Hope it helps, and I will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.